Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to address the topic that maybe you've been inundated and heard so much about. What is GPT-3 or ChatGPT? That's what we're going to get into right now. And more importantly, I'm going to share with you a few of the different ways in which we have been testing and not yet using it for our clients because I don't yet think that it is ready for prime time or for client deliverable distribution just yet. However, I'm going to share with you a few of the ways that we've been testing and what we've seen. And based on this, you might have a change of heart in terms of the way that you're thinking about ChatGPT. So let's get into it. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT, and this is the third generation, is Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3. It is the state-of-the-art language processing AI model developed by OpenAI. This has been sort of what everybody's been talking about, and you've probably seen lots of people having conversations around how this will change the game from a search perspective. Will we need writers anymore? And so that's what I want to address with you today. And I'm going to share with you a few examples, and you tell me what you think. I know it is learning. It's still, since the last version of it, since 2, but it's still not yet there, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. For example, I asked it to, how to update a resume. I just said, how to update a resume. And then it just spit out this article here. Here are some tips for updating your resume. You're going to see these things are very generic in nature. These are certainly not, it's not any content that you're blown away by. Use bullet points to summarize your work experience and include specific examples of achievements and accomplishments. Update your education section. So use keywords for the job description. Describe your skills and experience. Proofread your resume carefully. So could this be a blog post? It would be, in my opinion, I don't think it would be very engaging. It's certainly not very interesting. There's no imagery here. There's nothing that's going to keep me engaged in this, and it's not even that long. It's less than 500 words approximately here. So what I would say to that is maybe it could give me some ideas about what I could do potentially in my content writing, perhaps. But I certainly would not word for word take this. It seems very generic and unoriginal, in my opinion. But what I did was, and I said, okay, if I decided I was going to create this specific piece of content on tips for updating your resume, and I happened to notice use keywords from the job description, then I went into Google to see why should you use keywords from the job description, and in the people also ask, why is it important to use keywords taken from the job description? So I plugged that into chat right here just to see what it would pull out. And it just gives me a couple of paragraphs about, it's important to use keywords from the job description in your resume because it can help your resume get noticed by applicant tracking systems and hiring managers. They're used to screen read. So it goes into a pretty good detail. But again, I would ask you, if you're a recruiter, if you're writing a specific blog post to capture potential job applicant attention, do you think that you could probably do better than this? That's my guess is you probably can. The way that it appears right now is that a bot in this GPT-3 version cannot outperform a human brain, or cannot outperform a human with decades of experiences under their belt. What it can't mimic or replace, and you will get arguments from many who see this as this is just a new revolution of generating content. We can leverage this robot, and to that I would say you won't have a robot be able to think through and provide the experiences that you have had in your specialty and with your expertise. It can't know that. And so yes, this is I guess, early days, and the internet is sort of the Wild West. So you're going to see a lot of this. My concern that I see is many of the less experienced SEOs may say to their prospective clients, I'm going to write you an 1,000-word article and you're going to pay me $4,000. And all I did was plug these sentences into chat here, and then I'm just going to copy and push this into an article, maybe pull in 2 or 3 different stock photos and call it a day. And that is absolutely not what you should be paying for. So, when we look at what we do for our clients, so here's an example of an article we wrote for one of our clients where you should pursue a career in machine learning or blockchain. This was all written by our human experienced US-based writers. And we are sourcing different information from around the web, but more importantly, this is from a writer who does have experience in a career in machine learning and blockchain. And so this is where we can't get this from ChatGPT. You're not going to get the same level of insight and experiences. And referencing certain external links that might be valuable and beneficial for that prospective reader. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it right in. And we're just going to see kind of like, well, robots need to take a time out and they get errors from time to time. And I guess that's what this is. So again, I would highly encourage everyone to, as I do in my own profession, I think it's important to test and see what new technologies there are. How can they benefit us? How can they really help us improve our client experiences? As I said, we are using human writers to write real original content for our clients. However, I know that there are going to be others out there that are going to either disagree or choose to use this as their form of content creation. It's certainly your decision to make, but if you want my professional opinion, I do not think this is something that you should be leveraging for pure, original, awesome, helpful content. Especially, again, when you consider the most recent Google update, the Google Helpful Content update, where we're supposed to be providing original, helpful content. I'm not seeing that here. I would love to hear your thoughts. You tell me, what do you think? Have you tested it out? If you have, what results have you gotten? And if your agency or your SEO consultant was creating content from ChatGPT, would you be satisfied with the output, just as I've shared with you here? Love to know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment below. If you have any questions or if you want me to test anything else out, I'm happy to do that. Thanks for watching.